YouTube, Onaedo here. So I'm reacting to this. It's from this channel is from the Biblical Conservative. This is my first time hearing the channel. The thumbnail was kind of crazy work, so that's what caught my attention. I want to react to what this woman has to say. We're not listening to the whole thing, literally just what this lady in the pink has to say, because I get very irritated when people always put this narrative of God out into the world. It's a very soft narrative. It's a very soft perspective of a way to look at God, when the Bible is literally saying the opposite, but yet people only want to focus on this soft version of love, of God, I mean. So let's go.
And I think a lot of our speech, yes, 100% has been inflammatory, but he's called us to love and not judge.
Correct.
Second thing God gave us is free will. It's not up to us to decide the cost of somebody's sins and how we're going to act out this person's punishment. So when you sit there and say that Trump's policies align with Jesus Christ.
All right, we're gonna end up, because I'm not talking about this for the political aspect. I want to focus on what she said. People always come with this narrative of God says don't judge. That's foolish, because if you have actually read the Bible, time and time again, God has told you to judge. God has told you hate evil. How can you hate evil if you're not judging? Time and time in the Bible again, God has sent his people, whoever he chooses, whether it's David, whether it's Samson, whether it's Joshua, whether it's Moses, whether it's this, the list goes on. God has sent a list of his people to go into this land, kill everybody, kill the men, kill the women, kill the children, and take everything in that land. Yeah, you kind of have to judge these people to do that. So this, and I hear it so many times, and it's so irritating every time I hear it. This concept that people think, oh, God told us not to judge anybody. That's false. God has set judges up. Read your Bible. There's a whole chapter named Judges. God has always set people from his tribe, his group, his people. Because not everybody on earth is God people. God has made everybody on earth, but some have chosen to not be his, and some have chosen to stay as his. The ones that have chosen to stay as his are his. Everybody else, God does not consider you his. Hence why he told the one, I do not know you, depart from me. So just because you're a human being does not mean you belong to God. It doesn't mean God sees you. So this concept of, oh, we're not supposed to judge, God told us to love everybody, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's the devil that wants you to believe that. Because when you believe that, and you believe you're not supposed to judge anybody, you let anything can go. That's why that's why we're in the space that we're in today in 2024, where with 1,000,000,001 religions, 1,000,000,001 beliefs, God forbid you tell a man who thinks he's a girl that he's not a man. It's now we're stepping on his beliefs, and who are we to judge him? Like, because of that concept, foolishness has blossomed on earth. Foolishness is thriving on earth because nobody wants to step on anybody's toes. That's a lie. Time and time and time and time again, God has sent his people, whoever he chooses. I need you to go in here and kill this entire race of people. I need you to go in here and kill this entire nation of people. I need you to go into this land and destroy everything. I wish I remember the actual, who it was in particular that God sent, go in here and kill everything. They went there, were compassionate, they killed only the men, left the women and the children. God was pissed off. Like, didn't I tell you to kill everybody? The hell are you doing leaving the women and the children alive? You see, so it's human beings are softer. We think God is soft. No, human beings are softer. God is not messing around. So this concept of God is love and he accepts everybody will get you set up. It will set you up to lose every time with God. God has given us instructions. Point blank period. If you don't follow these instructions, there are consequences. That's why black people are even in the situation we're in today. But unfortunately, black people don't know the history, so they think that we're just in this situation just because of, bad luck and bad life and bad time. Not knowing, no, we are cursed on earth right now because of this exact thing. God told us what to do. We thought we didn't have to listen to him. Well, now we're being punished, and we have been scattered outside of our land, and now we are all over earth. And everywhere we are on earth, black people are a scorn. That's not even up for debate. Everywhere you go, black people are in the lower end of life. Everywhere. That's our punishment. And this kind of thinking of just, oh, God accepts everybody is how we ended up here in the first place. By thinking that we didn't have to take God seriously. By thinking that God can give us a set of rules and instructions and we just go and take it upon ourselves to ignore it because we don't want to be mean like that. And we just want to love everybody, even though God says, no, you're supposed to hate evil. If anybody's going against me, yeah, you're not supposed to vibe with that person. But according to this logic, we're just supposed to not judge anybody and let everybody go. And I wish I remember what the other talking point she said. We'll hear this again.
It has been inflammatory, but he's called us to love and not judge. Correct.
False. God has called you to judge. God has called you to set yourselves apart. You can't set yourself apart without judging to know that, look, over there, yeah, that's nasty work over there. I don't belong there. I need to move over here. Let's hear the next point.
Second thing God gave us is free will. It's not up to us to decide the cost of somebody's sins and how we're going to act out this person's punishment.
Once again, that's false, because if you read your Bible, this person's channel is the biblical conservative. And if you actually read your Bible, time and time again, God has told his people how exactly to go out and execute said judgment. I'm sorry, do we not know the most popular story in the Bible, which is Moses? Was it not God telling Moses exactly what you need to go over here to these people because these people have enacted great sins upon you Israelites' heads? These Egyptians have done the most ghastly things to you guys. They have committed major sin in my eyes for the way they have treated you. So therefore, Moses, I need you to go into Egypt and exact these punishments. Hello, David. You are a G. I need you to go into these lands and exact these punishments. I mean, there's story after story after man after man after man in the Bible that his story is God talking to him, sending him on his mission. And what's his mission? To go and execute said punishment on so-called sinners. So the 2 points she said that she thought she ate were false and false. Like, I cannot stand when people always talk this Bible talk, but you pick and choose. You only want to focus on the God is love and peace. But then you forget that he has this wrathful side. You forget that he has this very vengeful side. We forget God is rage and God is anger. God is madness. God is badness. We forget this part. And forgetting that is so critical. That's like playing with a fucking rattlesnake. Forgetting it's a rattlesnake. That's like you just playing with this rattlesnake and you forgot it's a snake. You're out here getting carried away thinking it's a weasel. You're getting carried away thinking it's a cute little bunny that you're playing with, but you forgot it's a rattlesnake. Yes, this motherfucker has the ability to just crawl on your arms. So you're focusing on, oh, it's tickling my arms when he's crawling up. Okay, but did you forget that this same rattlesnake has the ability to kill you with his venom, with one bite? Like, we focus on only this good, I want to say on only the soft qualities, but I won't call it soft because nothing about God is soft. But it becomes soft when this is all we want to focus on and all we want to make of God. You cannot sit there and just play with a boa constrictor. You can't, and just think it's cute because it's wrapping and it bends so freely. But you forget that this thing has the ability to choke you and squeeze you to death. So sitting here talking about God is love and we're not supposed to judge anybody, that's a lie. This kind of thinking will handicap you. It will cripple you in the eyes of God. It'll boost you in the eyes of the devil because the devil right now clapping at everything this woman just said because this is, I don't want to say this is a soft woman, but that kind of thinking about God, it will keep her very vulnerable in this world. I'm sorry. It will. And that's why I'm not surprised. This kind of thinking is exactly why she's the kind that's out here about to defend Kamala Harris and talk about how Kamala Harris is the one to save the black community. I don't even need to listen to anything else she said, but just from the last 2 seconds, you can already tell that she is basically saying you can't compare Trump to her. She's against Trump, basically. She's against Trump and she's about to go in on why you should be pro Kamala. we're not even listening to that to give her a chance. I just want to focus on what she had to say and just how this type of mindset about God is really problematic and can really... I'm not surprised why she's here about to then defend them.
So when you sit there and say that Trump's policies align with Jesus Christ, do you hear his speech? Do you hear his speech though? To work on his heart. But God says in the Bible, judge a man by his fruits. His fruits. Hold on. Please don't talk over me. His fruits are inflammatory. His fruits are rotten. So please don't disrespect my Jesus Christ like that. Okay, my family was very, and let me also go back just a little bit more. My family was very instrumental. And let me also say, my family was very instrumental. Is this mic on? Can people hear me? I feel like it was. Okay.
Shut up.
Can hear you. Yeah. And I'm also saying this as a person whose family was instrumental in founding the AME church. I don't know where your relationship with God went wrong.
I'm not surprised her family has started a church. What did Bob Marley say? And I just feel like bombing a church. Cha. Now that you know that the preacher is lying. Not surprised she out here founded a church. These corny ass kind of people.
And I'll retract that because I can't judge where you're. But I think you need to go back to the Bible a little bit more and have some one-on-one time with him to really think about whether the person that you're calling to represent this country actually represents Jesus Christ, or whether he's actually thwarting Jesus' word.
Oh God. Oh Lord. Oh God, I need to get off this video, dude. I only got on here for the first 2 seconds. I only listened to a little bit more just to like try to give you guys more context. Yeah, nigga. I gotta get off here. All right, yo, I hope you heard me, man. Fuck. If you like, man, God ain't hearing nothing soft right now. Like, it's just the season. God is not hearing nothing soft. He does not relate to nothing soft. This concept that we are called not to judge each other is a lie, because if you actually have read the Bible, God has told you hate evil. God has sent countless men to go out here and avenge those against him. God has sent countless men of his to go out here and avenge sin. God has sent countless men to go out here and destroy, to kill without remorse, to take life without remorse, to loot without remorse. Like, we're not gonna sit here and play like God is some soft ass God, because just everything about her mannerisms was just yuck to me. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm trying not to, like, I don't want to disrespect her, more so just talk about the shit that came out of her mouth. But like she said, the fruits, your words, what comes out of your mouth does represent who you are. So if the bullshit coming out of your mouth is BS, then quite frankly, ladies, because you BS. Because BS produces BS. And like, just, I can't stand commentary like that. Anyways, I'm out. Peace.
Disrespected.